All right. So I'm going to be doing the market recap from previous week, which was from the 22nd of June to the 26th of June. I'm trading NQ futures, and primarily I'm basing my analysis on ICT concepts. I do add a little bit of the different angle to his concepts, but primarily it's ICT concepts, MMXM model, and quarterly theories basis. So yeah, let's go first at the day. We will start at the daily time frame. For now, let's just measure the daily rejection block of the previous swing high and this rejection block of the swing low. So this is our most recent dealing range. This was Thursday. Oh, why it doesn't work? So yeah, we had Friday only until 12 p.m. It was half a day. As I'm on the 4 hours time frame, I would measure the 4-hour last FVG. Then we will see if how the candles are going to close. Are they going to close in the range? So if they're going to close in the range, most likely it's going to indicate the direction down. If it's going to close up, most likely it's going to continue higher. Although there are some instances where it's like closing above and then the next candle straight close inside the range, which will be like manipulation. But let's just keep it here for our observation. And then, so this is the daily rejection blocks. Remember that I've measured in the beginning. This is the last week of the month, so it's a fourth quarter. And the fourth quarter of the months can be either like in this model, because we had accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and now it can be either continuation or reversal. If you can see me correctly. I mean, so here we have Asian session Monday started. Other thing I want to measure is the last 1 hour for value gap. And the most important for me is the last 15 minutes for value gap. Because I've noticed that the last 15 minutes for value gap of the leg, of the range, plays really important role. So it can send the market, like if it's higher, then it can be as resistance and send the market lower. If it's, for example, the last 15 minutes from the lower, like from the leg up, it can send the market higher. So I always try to keep in mind that last 15 minutes, and I always love to have them on my chart. Last 15 minutes. Now, so for now, what do we see for now? In this instance, we see that it was the accumulation phase, started Thursday previous day. So Thursday, then we had Friday half day and Asian session Monday. It was in the accumulation session, not accumulation session, accumulation profile. So now we want to see where the manipulation is going to be. If the manipulation is going to go first up to, for example, the rejection block inside the 1 hour or 15 minutes last fair value gap, then probably we will see the displacement lower. If the manipulation will be lower, taking out the lows and maybe come into this rejection block, then we will probably see the scenario of manipulation lower and then distribution higher. So the last week profile of the months will be the continuation profile. So now let's, by the way, where is my indicator? I really love the only indicator I use is the dire quarterly fear indicator, which shows the quarters. It can be daily, weekly, 90 minutes quarters. So this is London session. I will just play it, not 5x, maybe 3x. So it will go slowly. Oh, by the way, I want to, just in case, put the vertical line here where the market will open, so we'll stop just in time. So now, what do we see? We see that London started the move up, so the manipulation I think has started already and it's to the upside. So now we want to see the price to reach the price of interest, POI, and for me it will be the last 15 minutes fair value gap or last 1 hour fair value gap, which are inside our daily rejection block. So let's see how the price is gonna move there. This is open. Let's come lower to the 1 minute fair value gap, or 1 minute time frame. So now what do we see? From the last hourly fair value gap, it has a nice reaction lower. By the way, I forgot to also, oh, I needed to do it in the, I'm sorry guys, I forgot that I always want to see the ES chart on my right, sorry. So we'll just do it again. Accumulation, we stopped here, right? Need to find Monday here. Where is it? I don't see it because of this. Oh, no, the 7. We need a little bit to the side. Yeah, I found it. It's here. So now let's do replay. Start new. So on this, on the this side of the screen, I have an ES and here an Q, because they're correlated markets, and I always want to see if they will show me any SMT divergence between these assets. And also, it's just nice to see what picture ES is. For now, I can see the trend line to the downside. So, I think we on an hourly were 2. So no, let's go 1 to 1 minute for 2 to 1. We were here, right? Does it even work? Hopefully it will work. So. What do we have? 1 hour, we reached 1 hour for a while gap, have a reaction down. Then, first of all, I can see that we have accumulated a lot of low resistance liquidity, which wasn't taken. So this will be my primary area of interest. I don't know how do I move myself here. I don't know how to do it. Okay, I'll just use this one as to just indicate that we have liquidity here. Okay. Here we have relative equal lows. Okay, I'll remove this. And this is Asia. We can take this line because it's already started. Now, so we have a nice reaction from the value gap. Then let's see if we get the displacement. Yes, and where does it come? By the way, remember what I told you about the 15 minutes last value gap from the most recent range. So I want to do here the same. I can see that like in this consolidation, we don't have the 15 minutes last fair value gap. Here is our 15 last fair value gap, which can send the market higher. We want to see how it's going to react to our 15 minutes last fair value gap. Now we are on 1 minute. Here's our 15 minutes. and we have a nice reaction from the last 15 minutes mark for value gap, which sent the market higher. Now we have inversion here, and ideally I would not like to go long here, just because my main idea was already confirmed as the manipulation higher to the daily rejection block, daily last for value gap of 1 hour and 15 minutes. So I assume the price from here can go one time higher and take this liquidity up here, make another swing high, and it's going to be a protected high then. Ideally, I would really love this to go to this 15 minutes. I'll make it a little bit more like bluish color so you can see it better. Yeah, here. Ideally, I would want the price to come here and then from this area have the rejection. So I want to see the price to come there. But anyway, if you are a scalper, if you want to do a quick scalp, we can try to enter if it's gonna come back to the inverse for value gap and give us an entry to at least take this high, right? And this dotted line is the mean threshold of the daily rejection block. So we can just put our trade, which is buy limit over here. If it's gonna take us, we'll see. No, it didn't take us, so I'll just close the limit. Now, as it came to the high, by the way, we want to keep an eye on ES to see for the possible SMT deviation. As it came to the high, it now came to the 1 hour FVG, and now it touched the 15 minutes FVG, the last 15 minutes FVG, which is the area of my interest, and showed the reaction from it. So if I want to be aggressive, I can enter from here, put my stop loss behind, about the 15 minutes FVG, and target the relative equal lows. We'll do market order, sell, our TP is here, and our stop loss is about the 15 minutes FVG. Oh, we forgot to look if it created any SMT divergence. Let's see on the 15 minutes time frame. We can see that here NQ took this high, and ES didn't take this high. So now we have the first SMT divergence. Let's come lower to the 1 minute time frame and see how it's gonna react. So now, as it created displacement candles, it should not stay here in this inversion for value gap. It should close and break it and close below it. But it can also come back to the displacement candles because it created two gaps here, which is a really good sign. So now, you see, it didn't close yet. Yeah, it closed now. Came back into the... by the way, here, like, if I would miss the setup here, I would want to enter here or in this, but because it can be quite an abrupt move, it's such a large candles, so it can leave this first 1 minute FVG as the breakaway gap, and then this will be our entry for value gap, which I would enter here, put my stop loss over there, and then target is going to be the same. But for now, I'm already in the trade, so we'll just watch it and see. Oh, and see how it's gonna go. It came all the way back, and now we are like, I would be freaking out. Imagine being 128 points in profit and then it all came back. But anyway, you should always take the first take profit, right? And then leave everything as a runner. If you are able to enter, for example, with more than one lot, I would suggest micros. Like, I trade micros on NQ for now because I'm doing the Apex funded accounts. So I'm trading with micros, not with mini. So ideally you would like to take a few micros off as the first TP and then leave the runners, right? It took us out. So it came the third time to this 15 minutes for value gap area. But it didn't close above it. So this is a good sign. I can re-enter if it gives me a confirmation. I would love to see a change in the state of delivery or a market structure shift. This is the move that, like, this is the really nasty move. The NQ loves to do this. So you would enter here thinking that the real move has already started, but it would just take you off once again. It loves to do like 1, 2, 3 fake outs before the real move begins. But if you still convicted, you can re-enter. For example, here I can see on 15 minutes that 15 minutes still hasn't closed above the last 15 minutes for value gap. On 1 hour, it hasn't closed. So for now, we can remove the 1 hour last for value gap and leave the 15 minutes, and we are still inside the daily rejection block. So now, on 1 minute, we have changed in the state of delivery. And it closed below the body, so it created with this candle changes state of delivery, and then an order block. So if I wanted to re-enter, I would re-enter here. I'm already a little bit too late. I would re-enter after the order block on the next candle and put my stop loss over this candle. But because we're already a little bit too late, I would re-enter here. Market, sell the market, take profit at the same relative equal lows, stop loss about this candle. Now, let's see. Delete this, we don't need this. So remember this 15 minutes for value gap that sent the market higher last time. We broke through it, so this is the good sign that the price is gonna probably reach our target. And we are at the target. And it was 218 points move. Risk to reward 1 to 6 almost. But yes, we had a great move here, took our first take profit, then put the stop loss to break even and was taken, stopped out at break even. Then this was Monday, right? And for me, I would love to see where the price, how low is it gonna go. If I did my analysis correctly and I identified, remember, the accumulation, the manipulation, I want to see the distribution now to the downside. And for me to see the distribution, it may not, the distribution may not finish in one day. So I would want to measure the manipulation leg and see where the price is going to go. So the distribution leg can go to 4 and 5 standard deviation. And by the way, look how precisely and beautifully the 4 and 5 standard deviation aligns with our daily rejection block mean threshold. This is so beautiful. So we will just put the horizontal ray here just for us to remember that this is the 4 terminus, right? The 4 and 5 is a terminus. Let's remove this for now. So it was already, oh, it's only 10:30, by the way, it's only 10:30. Let's see if the price, where the price is gonna go. Then we have, this is our range from this low, which took out this lows, to this high, right? So we measure, we mark the last 15 minutes for value gap in here and see how it's going to react here, okay? We have a beautiful, beautiful displacement. We might have to come back into this displacement and react maybe from the 50%. We will see when it's going to show us that it is willing to go inside the range again. So I think the whole day it was just going down, 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 and yeah, it's lunch hour. Now we can measure this move and expect it to go to the 50% of the range. It started consolidating. Now we can move a little bit here because this is the low. So basically it started consolidating in the afternoon session. Slowly grinding up, but staying in the consolidation. Okay, so Monday is almost over. Yeah, the afternoon session was the pure consolidation. You can see that. But let's keep this 50% of the range because we want to see the price come at least to the 50% to continue move lower if it's going to come there. This is the Tuesday Asian session. So we can see that the range has continued down. So we will move this to the low. And they extended the range. So now our 50% of this range is even lower. We're still in Asian session. Asia. And Asia is just expanding. Oh. So as Asia is expanding, we still want to see the price come back to the 50%. When it's going to be ready to go there. But the price is really heavy. Look at this expansion. Look at this expansion. It's Asian, and Asia made such a huge move. Oh, they did it all in Asian. Look, remember this area of our daily rejection block and our 4 and 5 standard deviation of this move? So this is the thing. Like sometimes you just come in the morning to the New York session and Asia done everything. So if we see what the ICT tells us, if we see a huge one-sided move in Asian, then London session and New York AM session, and even probably PM, but New York AM session will most likely be a consolidation. So we don't want to expect anything from the session, and ideally we want to step away or like reduce our risk, right? But anyway, let's see how it goes. So this is London Asian, and London started consolidation. And London continued lower. Here are our liquidity, relative equal lows. Let's mark it as such, relative equal lows. Like I will do the range later when they will. By the way, let's check out our 4-hour. So at 4 hours, we can see clearly the change in the state of delivery on 4 hours chart, which is going to be here. We can remove the 15 minutes and rejection block just to keep the chart cleaner. So the price has also closed below the 4-hour fair value gap. Now, what do we have? On a daily, Monday closed indecisive with a large rejection block to the up and downside. Now, we had the daily gap, which wasn't closed, so we can expect still some reaction from here, even though it took some liquidity here, but it closed inside the gap. So now as Tuesday continued, it continued the displacement lower. So now we can see that this low is our next liquidity point. But we want to see, I'll remove the terms. We want to see that the price came back into the range to continue lower, right? So remember, this is our 4-hour change in the state of delivery. This is London. And again, I'll put the vertical line at 9:30. Let's see what ES has done and compare it to NQ. So here's an interesting thing, because remember, we want to see the move back into the range to continue lower. And to do this, the ES has, like, it's great if ES can make an SMT with NQ for us in this. And here ES takes out this high, and NQ fails, which is a really strong signal to send the price higher. Now, as we can see, this SMT on 1 hour on 1 hour time frame, we can go lower to 15 minutes. And on 15 minutes, if we see an SMT confirmation, this is even better. And I can see that here, NQ took out this low, and ES made a fail. So it's pre-market. So I want to see if the price will give us a change in the state of delivery on 15 minutes. Here will be a change in the state of delivery, if it's going to happen, okay? So it's 7:40. The price goes down one more time. Continues lower. But on NQ, it's still another SMT, right? So this one took this low, and ES didn't take it. 8:30. Now the change in state of delivery will be here, our change in state of delivery. $9.25, and here is 9:30, right? We don't have SMT. I mean, we still have SMT, I guess, on 1 hour time frame. Yes, we still have SMT on 1 hour time frame. That one. Now, I can see that we induced this loss. We took out the liquidity. And here will be our 5 minutes change in state. So the market has opened 4 minutes and gave us a change in state on 5 minutes. Didn't give us any fair value gap. We can measure. So now we can measure this move as a manipulation and project it higher. As a manipulation, I would project it to the 2.5 standard deviation. So it's going to be here, right? And the 2 standard deviation will be a great target because we have this relative equal lows, relative equal highs, which is also failed swings, right? So a great opportunity for us to target this. This is our liquidity. So here the market took out the liquidity, induced this low, and for now made this low a protected low. Now, as I assume this is a protected low, I don't want the price to come back here. I can either buy here and put my take profit there and put my stop loss over there, or I can wait and see if it's going to go to the order block on 1 minute. Come back to the order block on 1 minute again. Remember that it was a morning session after a huge move during the Asian. So we don't expect one-sided move. We expect consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. So it would even better for us be to enter at the order block. Let's do it again. We are already, by the way, at the order block. Let's try to buy here and then our take profit over there, right where it was. It's 200 points. This is a very volatile markets right now. 200 points. By the way, remember, as now we have two lots, I would ideally want to take one off at this highs, right? I would take one off here. How do I do this? Let's sell, yeah. I want to sell one. Yeah, now we have only one available. Move my stop loss to break even. Yeah. And we took this move as well. Now, as we have such a huge displacement, let's measure the displacement lag. And I want to see the price to come to the 50% of the displacement to continue lower, right? So here will be our 50%, at least to the 50%. And now the 4-hour looks really beautiful. Look at this. Look at this huge rejection on 4 hours. And Q, yes, same beautiful rejection. So it was Tuesday, we took a really nice trade, and here we have the 50% of the dealing range. Let's see how the price is gonna move. It has started. And it went even lower. So it's almost the end of the day. The market just consolidated here. Okay, let's see how our day has closed. So we were extremely bullish on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I would ideally like to see the retracement back into this range before continuing lower. I still think that it should go at least to the 50% of the dealing range. Let's measure it again now as the day has closed. And we can see that 50% is here. Now, it's going to be Asian now. Let's play Asian. So we have 50%. New York open. Not New York open, midnight open. London. Consolidating. So London is in consolidation. we can see, by the way, here, we can see very clearly the profile of consolidation, accumulation. Now, if I want to see the move up, so now if the price is gonna go first to the upside, it's gonna be the manipulation, and then the price will continue lower. But if the price is gonna go first lower and take out those lows, then it will be accumulation, manipulation, and then the distribution will be higher to the 50% or 62% of the recent range. 62% is going to be, let's measure well, it's going to be 62%. So we will measure this whole move, and the 62% of our Fibonacci retracements will be here. Now, let's see. It's still London. Oh, yeah, it's still London. 7 o'clock. Let's put our vertical line 9:30. Now, let's remove it. So we need to look at ES to see for any potential SMTs. 9:30. Now we can see that it has manipulated down, but it wasn't a manipulation, like a big manipulation, or at least closed like with body. It was only the wick that did manipulation. So I don't really like to see such manipulation as a manipulation. Now I can see that the body has closed below . So for me now, I can count it as the manipulation. Manipulation, right? So on 5 or 15 minutes, I want to see the change in the state of delivery, which hasn't happened yet. Now we have another move lower. Manipulation continues. And here, I can see a change in the state of delivery on 5 minutes. But it's already almost at the end of the Wednesday session. I wouldn't trade on Wednesday because I was expecting manipulation, then distribution. I would love to wait for the distribution. And now the manipulation happened by the end of Wednesday, New York session. So probably the distribution will start during the Asian session. But let's just check if we can enter and see if we can hold it. Oh my goodness, this 741 points. This is huge. Buy. Take profit. And our stop loss. Even the stop loss is huge. Like, I don't want to. Like, ideally, I would want to enter a little bit lower over there. But as I already missed it, so I'll just leave it as such. Wow. So the move has started after the market close. So the market closed at 4 o'clock, and then look at these candles. So we will move our stop loss to break even now. And see if it will reach. Yes, it reached our target. 741 points in like a few 15 minutes candle. It's like 1 hour. So 1 hour after market closed, it took all the like 1.5 days of the accumulation in 1 hour. It's crazy. It's crazy, NQ. What are you doing to us? So remember, this is the 62%. Let's just see if it's gonna go there. So it started consolidating overnight. The consolidation. And this is Thursday, right? Thursday. Now what I expect, now as we are in the 50% of the previous 4-hour range, we can either expect, if we're gonna go lower, should we go lower? Let's see if we're gonna go lower, because here we have the protected low. Then the market came to the last 4-hour forward gap, didn't close, had a huge rejection, reaction higher. Then let's see if ES came to the last. Yes, ES came to the last 4-hour forward gap as well. And it's Thursday. I love this candle. I love this candle. London, 15 minutes candle. So let's measure this move and see if it would want to go to the 0.5 before potentially going up or down again. Yeah. Now, I can see that we have an SMT between ES and NQ. If we have SMT at the highs, then it's a confirmation of the move to the downside. Let's see how our profiles is gonna go. So we have Asia, accumulation, London, manipulation. But this is manipulation with only the wick, not the body, which is fine. But sometimes when it does this, it will come and make a second manipulation of the first manipulation. So we have to be careful here. let's see. So this is still London. Pre-market. $8.30. You see it, oh, we needed to go on 9.30. You see it, what it did, it went one time over this rejection and took this high once again, making this high now a protected high. And it almost reached to the 62% of the Fibonacci. Do we have an SMT on the lower time frame? No, not for now. Let's go to the lower time frame. 9.29. This candle, if it's gonna close below this candle, we will have the change in state of delivery. Now we have change in state, so I would want to open my position in when the price come back to the change in state, and where shall I target? Ideally, remember it went higher one more time, so we have to measure it again to see our 50% of the range, which is now, it's gonna be a little bit higher. Yeah, here. Also, what do I have? I have a low resistant liquidity here. I have relative equal lows here. And if I measure this manipulation move, and I want to see where my possible target is gonna go, then I will at least, you see how beautifully it lines up with 25 deviation with a 0% 5 of the recent dividend range. So this is going to be my possible target, right? Now I need to wait if it's going to give me the entry opportunity. And it didn't. It didn't give us entry opportunity, and it came straight to the 50% of the dividend range, which is cool. Sometimes it happens, the market is just doesn't want to give us an entry, but at least we were correct at our next time. It's going to give us an entry, and if we know how to read the market, we will get our entry next time. Okay, so now as it came to the 50%, oh, some fly. Remember, I want to see the last 15 minutes for value gap. And see if it's going to give me the reaction from the last 15 minutes of fair value gap. Wow, it went straight through it, straight through it. And the next candle closed above it. So this is sometimes what they're gonna do. Like they will close below it as to indicate the price is going to go lower, and then the next candle will close straight about. So it was like a manipulation. Let's see on a lower time frame if they would give us an entry. So here we had a change in a state on 1 minute. And I want to see if it can come back to the change in the state so I can enter from there. Here is an order block as well. So now we have the reaction from the order block. No, it didn't give us another chance to enter as well. And it came to the 50% again. So yes, this was Thursday. Consolidating. Now, as it came to the change in state, let's see. So this is not the 0.5. Our dealing range, most recent dealing range, is this dealing range, and our 50% is right here, and it came and touched the 50%, and here is the 62%. So let's see if it can give us the reaction from taking the lows, the liquidity that they have built, and maybe go higher once again. It's lunch hour. Oh, it's lunch hour, guys. I don't trade lunch hour. But we could have entered here in this change in state. Yeah, lunch hour. They done everything in lunch hour. And they came nearly to the 62% of the Fibonacci. All right, I think the video is going to be too long already. It's like, oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting it to take this long. So the last day is Friday, and since Thursday already extended this much, then Friday I would expect to be a consolidation. Like I wouldn't even want to like see entries on Friday, maybe just a little scalps, but let's just play out and see how the Friday is gonna go. For now, consolidating, consolidating, consolidating. Oh, again, it's overnight run in Asia overnight. This is really good. We could have entered here to the upwards, but it's already Asian. Asia. This is London. And New York. This is pure consolidation. Seek and destroy. You enter here, they take you out. You enter here, they take you out. So yes, this was the week. And what I think we can expect next week. Let's remove the drawings. So now, as we have the daily chart, let's see how the... Oh, the Monday has already started because it's my London time is 12 a.m. So the day has already started. So Monday has already started now. It's 12 a.m. in midnight. So yeah, what can I see? We have a rejection block here. Which can be a target. And we have taken out these lows. And I think this rejection block for now will be a protected low. So possibly Monday will go higher to this rejection block. And maybe we'll consolidate in this range before, because it's going to be 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. It's the last days of the monthly cycle. So it's the end of the cycle, the end of the month. And then from there, either it's going to be a huge displacement to the upwards, or we'll consolidate and maybe take out the lows again. We'll see. But yes, thank you for watching if you made it this far. I doubt that someone made it this far, but anyway, let me know in the comments if you would want to see such recaps in the future. Bye!